All right, we getting this thing started. Love and Hip Hop Miami crew is in the building. Jullian Boothe, Shay Johnson, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate that.
Of course.
And you even brought your little tiny baby.
My little sweetie is in the building, Shajaya. That's my baby.
She is adorable. You on mommy duties and everything, and you still got time to come through and talk about what we need to talk about.
Yep, she go where I go, baby.
I appreciate that. Now, I saw that there was a lot to unpack this season. Where do I begin? First, let's talk about you guys and everything that's been going on this season with, should I say your former artist, Amada?
Great question.
Okay, let's get to it. Was she a former client or is she still a client? What's happening?
She still, technically, legally, is a client of mine. We've been going back and forth for like last 2 years. Funny enough, Shay actually has been playing recently a mediator role. Because you have to understand, like, me, Shay, her, like, I look at these girls as, like, my sisters, right? And when I'm riding with you, I'm going to ride with you no matter what. And her and I just started together and we built something. Shay can, if I'm lying, she can tell you because she was there. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people didn't know who she was until she met me. And you've known me for years, and yes. I've worked at the biggest companies here. So
no, let's talk about the companies. Let's give them a little bit of background on Jullian Boothe and your history, your legacy, your entrepreneurship, and all that.
So we're starting from Luke Records, which was one of the biggest record companies here. Then moved over to Slip and Slide, which again, second one of the biggest record companies out of Florida.
And what artists have you broke
Rick
and
Ross,
worked with and put on the map?
Trick Daddy, Trina, Plows.
The big artists.
Yeah, and then I literally started my career signing Pitbull, and we've been friends and doing business to this day, 20 years later. And
Pitbull getting them checks,
big checks,
international checks.
Listen, so here we are now. When I found Amada, and Mona wanted to do Love and Hip Hop Miami, and I was able to get a lot of these guys on the show, and it just started as a brainchild of mine, and not saying that the actual show, but just the coming to Miami and her wanting the people, because I was working with the most of them. So, boom, move forward. Here we are now. Amada's hot popping, and now it's starting to get a little shaky. So
Amada don't want to work with him no more. Let's just keep it G. That's what it is. Amada does not want to work with Julian anymore.
Okay,
she feels like
Julian was trying to be PC.
No, Julian was doing his job.
No, I mean politically correct.
Yes,
so,
yeah,
right.
all that. But I'm keep it to you funky.
That's right.
Let's keep it real. She don't want to work with him. She started working with Julian. Julian got Amada on Love and Hip Hop. He helped her with her music, with her career, and how she got to where she is right now, which is pretty dope. But Amada feels like she signed a bullshit contract, and she wants out the contract. She no longer wants to work with Julian. Julian feel like I put my heart, my soul into you. I believed in you, and I put you in a position where you are now. There's no way that I should be able to walk away with nothing. He's even put his own money behind her music, studio time, things like that. So I get both sides, but Amada, I feel like she does owe Julian. So right now, if they don't figure it out, they're going to court, period.
So do you still want to work with Amada?
Yeah. Shut up. Don't lie.
Shay be saying what I want to say, but you're right. I'm very politically correct.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is? It would. I don't even know at this point. It's up in the air. It's just a lot to do with her more so than in me. I just want to work and I want to win, and that's why me and Shay work so well, and her and I have worked from jump, and that's why we just go and we just win and we figure things out and we just go.
So
let me ask you a question.
What's up?
If you were in Julian's position and you were working with an artist that does not want to work with you, there's no loyalty in the relationship, would you want to continue working with that artist? There's no telling what type of backstabbing will go on behind your back. Would you want to continue that situation?
You see, the thing about artistry, because we're in an entertainment business, we have to be in a state of mind where we want to create. So if that fluidity is no longer happening, I'd want to sever ties. But business is also business. So if you got some deals on the table, some monies that need to be divided up, take care of the business and part your ways and move on.
That's where I think it should go.
Yeah.
He should get what he deserves for putting her in the position that she's in right now, and then they should part ways. She doesn't want to be there. You can't force her to be there. She's not even in the studio right now because of the contract between Julian and Amada. Like, she's not working, but she wants to work. She wants to get out of the contract first. She told me that specifically.
Okay. Well, she's not here, so when I do have a conversation with her, I want to get her side of the story too. But Shay, you are here, and it seems like you guys are both very passionate about your relationship with her, especially since she had a relationship with your brother, MJ. Talk to me about that situation.
Well, we were actually friends before the relationship with MJ. When they were flirting and doing their little thing, she came to me and said, look, you're my friend first, and I want to make sure it's cool with you that I date your brother because I don't want it to jeopardize our friendship.
That could be weird.
I wanted to say, hell no. That was my first thought. So why didn't you? Because who am I to stop love? You know what I mean? Who am I to come between the situation? Who knows where that would have went? You know, so I said yes, but to this day, I wish I would have said no. So on the show, she was talking to Julian, telling Julian that our friendship was only because of the relationship with my brother. That's a complete lie. We were friends way before that. So it's unfortunate that she dummies down our friendship because of everything that's going on. But I understand her. She's caught in a position where you were dating my brother, you were introduced to his friend, you started dating his friend, and now you have 2 kids by his friend.
So let's rewind. I think that's where the clarification needs to happen, right? So your brother introduced the father of her kids, her twins, to Amada. So was this overlapping?
Well, she feels that she started seeing him after MJ, which doesn't make it okay. I said this on the reunion. No matter if it was a week, a year, 10 years later, you don't bust that move. It's girl code when it comes to things like, come on, let's follow the girl code. You don't do things like that. At the same time, she has 2 beautiful girls here that you can't regret that. You know what I mean? So the only thing she could do is pick up the pieces and move forward. She has recently taken accountability for it. She was trying to hide it at first because she didn't want the world to know. She didn't want anybody to know. And I understand, because who wants to air their whole moves? You know what I'm saying? But she took accountability, and at the end of the day, she has to raise those kids. And it's unfortunate the father is not doing what he's supposed to do.
That is sad.
And you're a piece of shit for that.
Yeah. No, you can't take that back. But I saw the reunion, and before I continue on to some other cast members on there, Amada did apologize to you guys. Now, what happens when the cameras stop rolling? Is the apology still real? What's happening, or was that just for the cameras?
Let's keep it G. If the situation is in your face and exposed and you have no other direction but to keep it real and go straight forward, you're going to apologize. I wish she would have taken accountability before. She blocked my mother, my father, my brother, my brother. He's a doctor here. He has really nothing to do with it. MJ, me. We were all blocked. She probably blocked my dog. Why did you block the whole Johnson family? We didn't do anything to you. You know what I mean? But that was in the past. I'm a very forgiving person. I actually have a lot of love for Amada, believe it or not. I'm glad that we're in a better space. We're not in the space we were before as close friends, but we're in a better space to where I don't have to drag that situation out. So I accept the apology, but it's outside the cameras is a little weird. I will say that.
So it's not like, yo, girl, let's have a phone conversation. Let's have lunch. Let's do dinner. It wasn't like a real kumbaya.
She just had a birthday dinner. I wasn't invited. And I'm gonna talk to her about that.
So the actions are not lining up.
It's not lining up. Would I like us to go back to what we were before, like as friends? Yes. She needs a friend because she don't have any.
I mean, and plus you guys have the little tiny babies and everything.
Yeah, her daughters are gorgeous. My daughter is gorgeous. We could have play dates, but until she has an understanding on respect for loyalty and knows how to be a real friend, I don't know where this will go. Because sometimes she's blaming it on the situation that, hey, my mom, it was always me and my mom. I never really had friends. I get that, but how long are you going to use that excuse? There's a lot of things I could have said on the show about her. I know a lot of skeletons in that closet that I would never expose because I got love for you. You got to respect the situation. I didn't do anything to you. I love you. Okay, you dated his friend or his homie. So what? It is what it is. Let's keep it moving, but keep it real from here on. Don't lie.
Do you guys think that reality shows, how can I put this? Reality shows are like the death of loving relationships? Because I see a lot of people that get on reality shows that have a dope, solid relationship, and then it blows up in their face. Next thing you know, they're not together, they're getting separated or divorced.
It can be if you allow it to be.
If you allow it.
Like, how do you maintain that?
If you allow it.
How do you maintain a healthy relationship on a reality show? And you know who was able to do that? Remy Ma and Pat Poose. They did a good job. I mean, a few here and there, but it's far few in between.
Rashida and Kirk together, and he had a whole human on her ass.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they've been through...
Yeah, they've been through a lot. They've been together, like 20 years? And they were on TV, and all of that was aired on national television. So they had to be pretty close and pretty strong emotionally, physically. Like, their relationship had to be tight in order for it to last the way it did.
And that's it. If your relationship is real, nothing, not even a show can break it up. And that goes for business, that goes for relationships, that go for friends.
And what about your romantic relationships on the show?
We don't
Julian.
really. I don't have any.
He's
romantic.
never brought anybody.
That's what I'm saying. How are you
Yeah.
able to avoid that? Like bringing in your romantic relationships on the show.
I think I have so many business relationships on the show that it my romantic side, they're not really worried about that.
Okay.
They would be more interested in Shay's, but they love our business relationships as it moves.
Okay. Now, a relationship that was, I'm not going to say because of the reality show, maybe they had things already going on outside of that the reality show kind of put the oil and everything on there and cooked a little bit more and just blew up in their faces. But Ray J and Princess. But what was Ray J wearing during the...
He was promoting his brand, his music. He wore that wig in the video, if I'm not mistaken. So it was a continuation of promoting his song. I thought it was funny and it was cute and it was smart because he got people's attention. Look, you're talking about it now.
We're talking about it, but come on, Ray J.
Nah, but you have to understand, there's a few people in the reality world who I really respect. Shay being one of them, because you have to understand her history. Like 10 years now, a decade of doing reality TV. That is not easy.
That is not easy at all. I did a reality show for one season. I was about to pop off on everybody.
You see?
It's true. They will test you.
They will.
Ray J's a real genius. Like, I've even watched him and learned some things. Like, he knows how to take a bad situation and the next day turn it into something funny, and then you're not even laughing anymore.
You know who I recently gained respect for? Spice. She's doing her thing. She's breaking down barriers, a lot of barriers they said she wouldn't break down. Her music is catching a lot of airtime right now, and she was nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah.
So she's doing her thing. Like, people like that, I respect. They understand the business of reality TV, and they're using reality TV to push your brand. You can't just sit back and wait on a reality television check. Like, I use reality TV to push The Healthy Hand, which is my health and wellness business.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it. I started The Healthy Hand when I had fibroids. Fibroids are benign tumors that grow on your uterus. So,
and you know what? A lot of women, especially me and my friends, we deal with that a lot. And a lot of people aren't. No, I had to get a surgery and everything like that.
Myomectomy?
A myomectomy.
Yeah, I had it too. Mm-hmm. But there's a procedure called UFE. I'm a brand ambassador for USA Fibroid Centers. That's the company that I work with. And I bring awareness towards fibroids. I speak up and speak out on different events, and I go live on their page. But I've brought a lot of awareness towards the company because they perform that procedure. It's uterine fibroid embolization. It's a non-invasive procedure that they use to remove the fibroids. My doctor never mentioned that to me.
Wow.
Why? Because it costs more money to have a myomectomy or hysterectomy than it does minimum cost with the UFE. And that's really sad. You rather slice and dice me open than to give me the real and let me know what my options are. So
all the options.
I need to know all the options. And I made the wrong decision. I had a myomectomy because I didn't know all of my options. So anyway, from the fibroids, that's how I started The Healthy Hand. I was taking herbs, natural herbs from my holistic doctors that minimized my symptoms, back pain, pelvic pain, constant urination. I even believe my miscarriage that I had came from fibroids. So with The Healthy Hand, I also started to sell detox. That's my number one seller. Total belly detox, total system detox. I sell gummies, apple cider vinegar gummies, turmeric gummies, sea moss gummies, capsules, black seed oil.
Well, you know what? My birthday just passed, so I need a little gift pack.
I'll give you a care package.
Okay, great.
Just let me know what you need, and I'll flush you out with my detox. I'll give you some gummies and some capsules.
Let's do it.
But it's been selling, and the show, because my face is on the show, Love and Hip Hop, the more I'm seen, the more my brand builds.
Exactly.
The more money I make. So I kind of feel sorry for people that's just been sitting around waiting on show after show after show, and they're not utilizing.
Depending on the drama,
to
sustain their.
No, when the show is gone, then what? I got The Healthy Hand. That's where my bread and butter comes from. I appreciate Love and Hip Hop, but that's pennies compared to what I make with The Healthy Hand.
But you guys are actually working on something huge for next year, right, Julian?
Yeah, Shay and I have a women's conference that we're working on. And that's why I actually invited you. Thank you for coming, because you've been a staple of radio, and I've watched you from the time of Miami, moving all around, but you've always kept in the radio. Women are so powerful, and Shay took an opportunity on TV and literally is creating an empire with her brand. And there's women out there that need to understand that and learn that. So we partner with the city of Miami. We have a beautiful venue, and we're going to have a lot more information that's going to be coming up next year for that.
Well, I'm down, so count me in.
I need you to speak.
I'll speak. You ain't gotta ask me twice. I will be there.
This event.
Especially for building empires. And there's so many ways to get money nowadays.
It is.
You know,
so no jealousy is needed.
Exactly.
Right.
Certain people I need to talk to about that, because I noticed there's certain jealousy, and that's why our friendship don't last the way it should, because you're intimidated and you're jealous when there's enough money to go around, baby.
Exactly.
There is. So how many seasons have you been on Love and Hip Hop so far?
Actually been on 1, 2, 3. And now we're going into season 5, so that'll be 4. And then Shay, you've been 4.
I've been on 4. I'm going into the 5th one.
Okay, so any ways that you would move differently? Are you guys going to be in an upcoming season? Is this okay?
Of course, yeah.
So any ways that you would move differently for the upcoming season, or how does this work?
Well, it depends on what's going on. What I try to do is whatever Julian and I are working on, we try to present it. We're trying to present it on the show. So like he said, we're going to present the Women's Empowerment event this year. I also want to focus on better friendships, because a lot of people just don't know how to be a friend, and I will teach you that. I'm not forcing you to be my friend, but if you want this friendship over here with Shay, because I really, really have a lot of loyalty when it comes to friendship, let me show you how to do this. You know?
What are some of the things that you look for in a friend? Let's talk about that.
Loyalty, respect. I don't feel like anybody is better than anybody. I want you to scratch my back. I scratch yours. Support me. I support you. I don't think there should be any intimidation between us. I feel like I'm all about women empowerment. So even with my friends, why we can't join together and become a powerhouse together versus being separated?
Come together like Voltron and make it happen.
Come on now, you know what I mean? And I have a daughter now, so I look at life differently. There's moves that I used to make that I just don't make anymore. I have to move better for her, for Jaya. So it's just I look at life differently, and some things that I used to feel like I had to have a comeback for, I just walk away. Now I ain't no punk. I ain't never nobody's punk. Don't get it twisted. But certain things are just not needed to address. You could just let it go.
Well, I'm going to let you guys go. I don't want to hold up too much of your time. The
All right.
baby's up now. You got to get back to mommy duties, because it looks like she might be ready to eat in a little bit. Yes. Right? She's looking at me like, what is going on? Just parting words on some advice for people that want to follow in your footsteps, entrepreneurship, and all that good stuff. Some advice from both of you guys.
Well, definitely with me, first you can follow me, Jullian Boothe, on all social media platforms. I'm probably one of the few executives in Miami that artists can reach out. I'm always doing showcases. I'm always looking for new talent, if it be TV, if it be music, whatever the case is. If you have a brand, I'm always interested in seeing how to progress. We've jumped into movies now. So I have a independent movie coming out called A Haitian Wedding, which we shot in Haiti. The beautiful part of Haiti that a lot of people actually don't see.
Annie and DJ?
Exactly.
Yes, big ups to Annie and DJ,
big shout out
my
to
peoples.
DJ and Annie.
Next
DJ,
time you got to cast me in one of those movies. Let's do it.
We're already working on the next one. So that's coming out in November. So we're always looking for actors, looking for everything. And just like someone like Shay, who has an incredible brand, helping her build the empire. So we're working on books, self-help books, again with the conference to help women, and just different things like that. It's women's time right now.
It's been our time. They just didn't know it.
Yep.
There you go. So
now we're claiming our time.
Exactly.
Reclaiming our time.
Yep.
So.
And I would say with The Healthy Hand, check me out, thehealthyhand.com. Follow me on Instagram. I am Shay Johnson. I speak a lot on health and wellness. I also speak a lot on fibroids. But make sure you get more into your health and wellness. I want to live a long, extended life, and I know you do too. So that involves watching what you put into your system.
Exactly.
When it comes to women empowerment, I'm always all about that. I speak up and speak out about that all the time. And make sure you stay tuned and watch us on Love and Hip Hop, because everything that I'm promoting on social media will be on Love and Hip Hop. And utilize social media. It's free. You claim you want to have a business, but you don't utilize what's in front of you to push your brand. Utilize Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and what is it, TikTok that's popping. I didn't even want to do TikTok, but I'm noticing my numbers are going up on TikTok, and I'm making money off of TikTok right now. And even Jaya has her own page on TikTok and Instagram.
She's
come on.
so beautiful.
Thank you. So as a new mom, I would just say let's uplift each other, let's respect each other, and let's win.
There you have it. Shay Johnson, Jullian Boothe, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And the reunion is out. Love and Hip Hop Miami reunion is out right now.
Yep, you can stream all the episodes, catch up on it, and we're going to be shooting top of the year, season 5, so probably around June, July, the season will start.
Shout out to my baby daddy.
You don't want to say his name?
Shout out to my baby daddy. I love you. I know you love me.
Boom.
Okay. We'll be watching with popcorn. 99 JAMZ.